Okay, so I really love this album. I'm gonna give you my overall thoughts on this album, and then later on, I'm gonna give you a little bit more of like what I thought about each track. First off, I love the Latin influences that's sprinkled throughout the album. I love that there's hella LA niggas on this album, but I am a little bit worried though. I don't want the LA sound to get fucking gentrified and overused because it's so unique. But I am happy that niggas like AZ Check are getting promotion because that nigga is so tough, bro. This album kind of feels like a Drake album in the sense that there's something for everybody to like hold on to. Like, you get what I mean? Like, there's turn up tracks, there's booty shaking tracks, smooth, sensual tracks, but the area that sets it apart from like a typical Drake album, other than the fact that it's like actually good content, is that Kendrick can get very introspective and he has the ability to tell a really good story because his pen is just amazing. This is honestly what I've been wanting from Kendrick for a while now, especially after Mr. Morale dropped. Kendrick really has nothing left to prove anymore, and I just wanted him to hop on some Cali beats and just have fun on a track. And honestly, this album really exceeded my expectations because of like how diverse the track list is and how good the quality of each track is, from the instrumental to the writing from Kendrick and his features. It's like a Neapolitan cake, but like in a hip hop album. It's a fun album to listen to, and unlike his previous albums in the past, I'm gonna have a lot of tracks that I can listen to for like day-to-day usage, whether that's like bumping it in the car or going to the gym. And I don't mean to say that Kendrick's music doesn't have like good replay value. Like, I do go back to his previous albums from time to time, but at the same time, like, I don't want to listen to Pimp a Butterfly or Damn whenever I'm at the gym. You know what I mean? Like, I can't play that shit around bitches unless they're like earthy bitches type shit. You know what I mean? But yeah, now that we got that out of the way, let's get to the meat and potatoes of the album. Starting off with the instrumental, it's really slow and haunting, and this combined with Kendrick's tone and his lyrics makes you feel like you're getting stalked or like you're getting crept up on. Then the beat picks up and he starts talking about how he felt betrayed by the people in the rap game that he thought had his back, like Snoop and Lil Wayne, and he really just had to take it on the chin and keep it pushing. Also, I really hate how recently he's began to like censor the shit that he says, and honestly, it's not a real critique. I'm just a messy ass nigga and I need to know what he's saying, bro. Like, he called the maple syrup biracial nigga a fucking over some ass shaking beats. And then like everything he said on Meet the Grams was violent and crazy as hell. So like, if he's censoring himself, it's gotta be insane, and I need to know what he's saying, bro. Also, I love this line right here. He does censor himself in this one, but I think you can kind of tell what he's saying. Like, I'm pretty sure he says niggas cackling about while all y'all is on trial. Maybe a bit of a reach, but I think it fits considering the context. If this is true, it makes me very fucking happy because there were so many niggas bumping Not Like Us who shouldn't have been bumping Not Like Us, because a lot of them niggas had weird cases and didn't realize the song was about them. I love this track though. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I ain't think we was gonna get this song. Like, holy shit, nigga. And you know what? I owe Kendrick an apology because I was talking real bad about this nigga, bro. Like, I was calling him all sorts of evil bastards and conniving evil little men that are just fucking greedy and evil, because I thought this was gonna be like that one snippet from the All Right video. I think it's the All Right video. I might be tweaking though.
Tell me who the bitch nigga hating on me. Jumping on my dick, but this dick ain't free. To Pimp a Butterfly, another classic CD.
This track didn't disappoint me though. The beat sounds like you're getting jumped by Prince and a bunch of like gay cyberpunk cyborgs because you spilled some Henny on his blouse. It's very bouncy, very techno, very 80s. Shit makes you want to get up and start breakdancing in some fucking shell toes. There really ain't much to say about Kendrick's performance on this. Like, he's really just going stupid, going silly, doing his thing, having fun. It just makes you want to get up and move, honestly. This shit right here, this getting played at my wedding. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think this is honestly his best R&B track he's ever dropped. The strings on this shit are just angelic and beautiful. The drums hit hard, but not too hard to the point to where it's fucking up the vibe. and then the vocals from Luther Vandross are just placed perfectly. Kendrick's verse on this is really good, and I think the best part about it is that it doesn't take up too much space. He really lets SZA take over the track to the point to where it kind of feels like he's just a feature on her song, really. My wife's performance was amazing, as expected. That's my baby. She gonna show it every motherfucking time. And I love how Kendrick is singing in the backtrack, and he comes in to finish my wife's lines and shit like that. It's a good contrast between their voices. This is one of them tracks where you hug your shorty from the back, you sway back and forth with her, and then you tell her how you about to give her the best 90 seconds of her life when y'all get home from the club. This one kind of reminds me of One Mic by Nas. Actually, hold on, wait a second. Nigga, this shit is literally just one mic, but like toned down, and it has like strings and some vocals on it. I liked this track before, but I think that knowing this now makes me like the track a lot more. I'm not gonna lie to you. This track is essentially Kendrick listing off all the reasons why he deserves it all. And what are all these things that he deserves? Money, power, freedom, peace, and all good things essentially. He feels like he deserves it because he's been able to reach a level of success that black folks and regular people in general will never be able to attain. It's almost like he's trying to reassure himself and like let himself know that he deserves this because of how hard he's worked. Like he's listing all these things off because he needs to know that he should be proud of like all the sacrifices that he's made and how he's been so successful without losing most of his morals, which isn't something a lot of niggas can say. It's honestly really good to hear a black man say he deserves good things because black people are never allowed to show any kind of confidence, and we always have to tone ourselves down and be docile human beings so that like we don't make white folks upset or uncomfortable. We got another West Coast bopper, nigga. This shit sounds like Loke Dog, Freddy Krueger, and Michael Myers are finna run a drill on a nigga for like the first half of the track, and then some keys and synths come in for the bridge, and it's so fucking beautiful, nigga. Like it sounds like some Godfather shit. Kendrick's performance is fire, and like honestly, anytime he does that little Cali nigga accent, I'm always gonna like the track, no matter what, bro. On this track, it feels like he's saying he's too important, too at peace and above, like Drake dropping another diss track. I might be reaching or tweaking, but I think I do remember Drake saying some corny shit about round 3 or some shit like that. The last verse has a feature from a Cali rapper. I think his name is Doddy, some shit like that. But anywho, him and Kendrick go back and forth for a little bit, and then the Dottie nigga takes over. He does his thing. Shit's very fire. Okay, so this shit is just dead ass like a Tupac track. Like the beat and Kendrick's flow just sounds like if you asked AI to make Tupac a song with like Kendrick's voice. So in this track, he's rapping from the perspectives of like his past lives. I think the first verse is about Jackie Wilson, the second one's about Billie Holiday, and then the third one is like Kendrick himself. I also think that you can make a case for Tupac being a reincarnation because of like how he's rapping in the first 2 verses. Anyways, in the last verse, he's rapping from the perspective of himself, but then he starts talking to God, and like Kendrick is also the devil as well. Maybe like the devil is reincarnated in Kendrick, and through Kendrick's life, he's been trying to right his wrongs for like all the evil he's done, or maybe Kendrick is saying that the devil is in all of us and we have like to live righteous in order to get to heaven. In this verse, Kendrick writes from the perspective of Lucifer as like a son who was prideful and suffered from his own hubris. And because of this, his father, God, ended up kicking him out. But Lucifer comes back and he's trying to show God just how much he's changed and to ask for forgiveness and guidance. Kendrick wrote Lucifer in like an empathetic lens, and it kind of reminds me of the poem Paradise Lost. And I'm already knowing that this is going to get a lot of niggas panties in a bunch, but like this is genuinely a very creative and like interesting take on Christian theology. Also, after fully listening to the track again, I realized that Kendrick is pretty much saying that Satan has reincarnated himself in music artists over time as a way to like get back in God's good graces. And nigga, that shit's fucking crazy. I don't know what else to say. Like, this nigga's pen is fucking insane. Another hard ass mustard beat, nigga. Love the horns, love the bars, love the chorus. Like, this shit is so fucking good, bro. I really fuck with that. I hate a bitch, I hate a nigga bar. Nigga, that shit's so fucking funny. And then the beat switch, my god, bro. Shit's insane, bro. But yeah, I don't have very much to say about this one. Like, I love it. There's not much to break down here. It's a very tough track. This shit right here is something special. Like, this is that shit that you hear in the fucking skating rink or something two-step to. Just very smooth, very sexy, very I'm gonna get this bitch pregnant. Good shit right here. Again, don't have very much to say. Everything about it is great. I love it. I might have to breed a bitch to this one. I'm sorry. Your bitch is so fucking crazy. In this one, Kenny's throwing shots at niggas in the industry who just be putting out bullshit and talking shit to the niggas that really ain't about what they say they are. This might be one of my favorite tracks on the album because it's got my nigga Chike on that bitch. Unfortunately, I do think that Kendrick Lamar gave me a new stem because I have not stopped saying, hey, that's my bitch. Like, this nigga fucking gave me brain rot. Like, I'm finna be at Thanksgiving being so insufferable now. Thanks, Kendrick. Fuck. Dottie 6 also does this thing on this shit with the last verse. Another banger, 10 out of 10. We have the official Heart Part 6, and before Kendrick even says anything, it's leagues better than that bullshit that Drake dropped. And it's all because of that SWV sample, nigga. That shit is like fucking crack. And it also doesn't help that it's one of my favorite songs from this group. Like, if you're gonna sample a song, do it like this, bro. Cause like, I'm so tired of hearing lazy ass samples where niggas just take like iconic instrumentals and either ruin it by making it sound awful or by not doing the track justice and just shitting on the whole thing by giving a bad performance. In the first verse, Kendrick reminisces about his come up with Ab-Soul and J-Rock. In the second verse, he reminisces about coming up with Dave Free, Q, and Ali. And then in the final verse, he reminisces about pretty much like his whole time at TDE, and he talks about how much he's grown and changed as an artist. And he also admits that Black Hippie didn't work because of him. And honestly, after hearing this shit, I'm really fucking I hate this nigga, bro. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? We could have had so much musically if Black Hippie had put out a fucking album, bro. Oh my god. And I also might be tweaking, but I think I heard like the strings from How Much a Dollar Cost on like the third verse of this track. But anyways, it's another smooth ass track. And honestly, I think this shows how shitty of an artist that Drake is at this point in his career because of how much this track just shits all over Drake's piss poor attempt at the Heart Part 6. I don't know who the fuck this nigga Peso thinks he is, but he really slid on this bitch, bro. I really like what Kendrick does with like his features on the choruses of these songs. I like how they like go back and forth with each other and like finish each other's lines. Damn, finish each other's lines. Speak, nigga. This honestly really ain't even a Kendrick song. He's really just like on the chorus. He lets Peso, J3, and Young Threat do their thing on this one, and I fuck with it. He's giving them a platform to like boost himself on, essentially. You know what I mean? And now we're finally at the last track of the album, Gloria. This track is about Kendrick and Whitney's relationship. The first verse is about their relationship when it first started in high school. And then in the second verse, I think he kind of alludes to him and Whitney opening up their relationship after she found out that Kendrick was cheating. And then in the third verse, he talks about how his relationship with Whitney has been hard and filled with love and frustration. And then towards the end of the verse, I realized that he was talking about Whitney and his right hand, which he uses to write his music. And I think it means he had like a love-hate relationship with his music also. I don't know. I might be reaching. It's a beautiful song about his relationship, you know. The thing I love about Kendrick's storytelling the most is how he transports you into the story itself with his words. His words are always very intentional, and he's careful with like the way that he places them, and you really feel the impact of what he's saying. But yeah, man, that's all 12 tracks from Kendrick Lamar's GNX. I gave y'all my thoughts. Now I want to hear your thoughts. Let me know what you thought about it, what you liked, what you didn't like. Did Kendrick do his thing? Did he shit the bed? Did he drop a stinker in your opinion? Let me know what you think. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. I'm going through a bit of a transition series. You know, I'm trying to make a little bit more thought-provoking content, and I'm also going to sprinkle a little bit of hip-hop in there as well. And to my subs, I love you, baby. Yeah, yeah. You know, about 200 of us in here. Yeah, just make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment, all that good shit. Yeah, that's the end of the video.